Hello, everybody. This is me once again, and today we're going to talk about women. And today I'm going to talk about why I think women are super beings. Since the dawn of humanity, since the time a woman was originated, she had been sharing the burdens of life with a man. And if we look back and look at the written history, and we find the records, we also find the mentions of women being in the text and being around there helping out men in nearly all the fields. Like in Greek mythology, Greek people have mentioned or described the Greek goddesses to be as powerful, as potent, as talented and intelligent beings as the Greek gods. And also, if we look at the Islamic history, there are so many records where we find the Muslim women to be very knowledgeable, very much into the battlefields. They were warriors. They were entrepreneurs. And also, if we come here to subcontinent and talk about the Indian history, there are so many women. I just knew about the Rani of Jhansi because it was in my course. But today when I searched for Indian women, the warrior Indian women, there was a list of around 50 women, 50 well-known women in Wikipedia. I was amazed. It was mind-blowing. Those are only the women which had been mentioned in the history, or there are several women, unsung heroes of the battles. And this is, I'm talking about the past history. And today we know that women can fly aeroplanes. They are working in NASA. They're going to the outer space. And they are absolutely a part of every field which or where earlier we thought only the men can be, like in the industrial era age where the doctors were there, where the engineers were there. So we thought that these are kind of works where women may not be able to integrate their ability, but they did. And what happened is, it's just now I think we are thinking about, or we are talking about, crying out loud about human rights, the women rights. And we're perceiving that it's because that we have educated a woman, we have given her the opportunity to work side by side with men, and they are working in every field, and women have started feeling that, oh, we are equal to men, and we want equal status with men. And uh, what I'm trying to say here is women had been sharing the responsibilities of a household, of life, of this entire planet with men all the time, even in agriculture. Even today, when I go to the village, I see women working in the fields. They are carrying loads on their heads and shoulders that are so heavy. Only we think that men can carry those loads, but women are equally capable to carry those loads and do the work in the field. Now let's talk about a common woman. Sometimes it's so hard for us to relate to those high-ranking women that we think that those women are just extraordinary women. Those women are just one case in thousands. So that's the reason I want to talk about the ordinary women now. Ordinary women, I know thousands of women who work 9 to 5 jobs, come back home after 2 hours, 1 hour of commute, after 12 hours of work. They come home, they cook food, they feed their children, they clean the dishes, They clean the house, do the laundry, read a story to their children, check their homeworks, put them into sleep, tuck them into their beds. Next morning, they do the same thing. But I know only a handful of men, or maybe not a solid example like this, where a person is going to his job for, let's say, 12 hours, for 14 hours. Thank you. Let's resume. So I practically don't know any man who is doing 9 hours of work, or maybe 12 hours of work, and he's coming back home, cooking, feeding children, cleaning the house, and doing both the job of a mother and a father. That is also because women are so wonderful that they never let it happen. The grandmas of the children, the aunts of the children, even the neighbors, they would just, the women and the neighbors, they would come, they would say, okay, don't you worry, I'll take care of your child, I'll take care of your children, I'll feed them, I'll clean them, don't you worry about them, okay? And there are many women outside who would say, okay, I'll go ahead and marry you and take care of your household. And what kind of quality she gives being a stepmom, this is another question. But the question is how compassionate a woman is. The bottom line is how compassionate a woman is, that she never lets a man fall into this, what she or many women like her been doing countlessly, and day in and day out, everywhere. They are just, we can't see them. We just close our eyes. We just can't see them. They are around us. They are, in my country, I know there are so many maids who work in the homes of so many people, sometimes 4 or 5 houses they work at, and then they go back home 5 or 6 o'clock in the evening, and they do the same thing, same dirty work in their homes too. They cook, they feed, they clean, and because their husbands are so lazy to work, they're just high on pot and they're lying somewhere. So this is how strong a woman is. That my point is, a woman is amazing. Be it on a high rank, be it in the battlefield, be it in the hospital, serving as a doctor, being it at home. She is doing excellent work. Even a woman who is now working and she's just taking care of her household, she is amazing. And now, why she is helpless, she feels miserable, she feels unhappy, despite being so great. It is because she has a tragic flaw. That tragic flaw of a woman is she doesn't know she's great. She doesn't know she's super. She doesn't know she's so loving. She has a lot of potential. She doesn't know it. Or if she knows it, she doesn't feel great about it. She look at other people. Look around. She looks at her parents for admiration, for approval, to tell her that she's beautiful, to tell her that she's intelligent, she's smart, she's obedient, and then she looks up to her partners and people around her to appreciate what she is doing. How can other people approve and appreciate something that you are not able to do yourself? When you don't know that you are so great, so beautiful, when you are not acknowledging this fact, how can other people do that for you? That is a thing, that is something that deteriorates a woman from inside and out. She is actually, most of the time, she creates her own destruction. And she doesn't know how to deal with it. But it's a very simple thing. All she has to do is to acknowledge that whatever she's doing, even if she is managing a household, that's a pretty complicated, intricate job. That is multitasking. I was working in a call center, and in the call center it said that we lose business every second. But over there you have to manage time like crazy. I was working in a call center. I thought I was great with time management and everything. But the moment I left my job and I took responsibility, I took hold of my household, it drove me crazy. It is a different thing. It is time management on a very high level, on a very high scale. Like, how can you manage time when on the very last second something is going to happen that you were not expecting? You know what I mean? Being a mom. So this is how intricate, this is how complex taking care of a household is. But what we are doing, what we middle-class women, what we ordinary women have started thinking is that this work is meaningless. What I see women talking about is, why would I waste my life washing dishes, doing laundry, cooking? Why would I do that? This is not productive. My life has no meaning. Which is not true. When you cooking a meal for my family serves as a glue that binds my family together. Same as with washing dishes, doing the laundry, cleaning my house, keeping my house in order so that everybody feels good, happy, and healthy inside it. This is a tough job. This is a complex job. This is something that is not possible without a woman being there. So I'm doing a phenomenal job. Yes? Boo? You want boo? Okay. There you go. Call it a boo. All right. So I'm doing a phenomenal job. I don't want anybody to tell me that I'm doing great, or I am not underestimating the value of my work. I know every small thing that I'm doing in order to make my house, like my grandmother did, like my mother did, like so many women before me did. They did not waste their life. They did everything to give us the present that we have today. They had been amazing women. They had been super duper women. And we are the super power, what do we call it? Powerpuff Girls. We're Powerpuff Girls. So we should cherish it, enjoy it, have fun, and be happy and make other people happy. That's what we are made to do. Have fun, guys. Ciao. See you later.